God damn it, Shonens. For those of you who don't know, I missed out on the past 2 weeks of doing this videos because I have been busy and trailers and stuff were coming out, but I am back and I'm here to talk about Yugioh 5 and I'm here to say what the hell's happening because honestly everything was going so good and then these two episodes happened. First up, let's start off with the thing that I think we were most curious about to see how it would play out. The whole Yuzu and Sora have been reunited thing. I thought this was going to be really interesting and potentially go in a different direction and really show us a different side of Sora. I honestly, especially when this episode started, thought my shipping theory was correct, and that's that Sora's fallen in love with Yuzu. I don't really care about romantic subplots, but I thought that could be an interesting angle. I think they're trying to do that with the whole Frightfur and Melodious dance together, but I don't really think it's being done in a way that plays up to much. Especially because when the two do actually talk to each other, which is what I really wanted to watch, it's very lackluster. They're just having the same conversation Sora had with Yuya the episode prior, 2 episodes prior. And honestly, it's just disappointing because these two characters actually have an established relationship, in my opinion, a deeper relationship than what Sora has with Yuya because she showed him how to fusion summon. So I think you could do a lot more with that. Too bad it's never done. Like, the whole problem I had with the whole thing was that it's never, I want to save you, and then Yuzu being, what's he talking about? Or it's never any horror or revelation as to what Sora is or what he's been doing. It's just, we gotta stay because we have to save Yuya. And it's not gonna work to escape. And the thing is, it's the same thing over and over again that we had last time. And I just really wanted something different. I wanted something interesting. They've done so much amazing stuff with both Sora and Yuzu the whole time. To finally have these two characters in a serious situation together, I thought needed to be something better for what this show has delivered. And while we're on the subject, oh my god, there was way too much filler in that episode. Everything from the duel to the 3 kids felt like nothing but a giant waste of time. I don't understand why these 3 kids need to be here. I don't understand why that duel needed to even happen. If you're gonna do it, just make it that they use the same net guns. We've established they have net guns. Use the net guns, capture using the kids, and then just have Sora save them. Be happy. You can get through it all in 5 minutes and you can dedicate the whole episode to those two being together. I want to watch that. I want to see that kind of interaction, the twisted psychotic child who's slowly growing a conscience dealing with the scared girl who's slowly trying to take control of the situation. I would love to see that play out, and we didn't get that. And it's what the episode was building to, and I just felt that there was nothing there. It was just a very mishmash, generic, Sora's gonna save Yuya stuff that I didn't care. I like the Tsukikage scene. I like that Tsukikage had a character and a personality of the angry mourning brother. That's kind of interesting. I know it's never going to go much where, but you don't really need that for that kind of character. Just a little tidbit is good. The whole Frightfur Melodious dancing thing was weird. But then we get into this week's episode and the problems continue. Because we have Serena dueling Yugioh, and once again, I thought, well, maybe they could do something really interesting here. You could go the plot route and have it that we begin to show whatever's going on with these 4 boys and 4 girls with the same face, especially because I have a big fear that that's going to get put off to the last few episodes of the series and it'll just be rushed through. That's something I do worry about, but I feel that you could start setting that up now, because this is the first time any of these boys and these girls have dueled in a truly serious situation against each other, and I think you could start doing something interesting or cerebral with it, and I just thought that nothing has happened so far. I know there's another episode to it, but then this episode happens, and it's nothing but a filler waste of time. I didn't think Yugioh's comedy was funny in this episode, and I love Yugioh, but he's really wasted in this one. I really did not like the whole, he keeps thinking he's Rin and she keeps punching him. I did not like the whole flashbacks to him and Rin. I like that we see a little bit more of Rin, but it's kind of just what you expected was the situation. And even at that, Serena's really annoying in this one. I don't like the whole, oh, you summoned a monster because I'm a girl and you think I need to be held hands or some shit. And I just thought it was useless and a waste of time to just get us to the 24-minute mark so you can end with Clearwing about to come out. I just thought it was unnecessary and it just went nowhere. Because it isn't important. Again, this duel honestly feels like filler so we can premiere the next cover card, the clear synchro something or other. And for what? Just premiere it. Get it over with. Who bloody cares? If you're not going to advance the plot, I don't want to watch it. And while we're on the subject of the plot advancement, the one thing I am getting interested in, and I don't normally do this, but I decided to look ahead in episode titles, doesn't look like it's going to be used fully effectively either. The whole concept that Roger wants to, and also the whole Roger trying to make Serena into another symbol for the tops, that goes nowhere, and it can't go anywhere. I don't know why he wants to do this. I don't know why he wants Serena. She's a psycho. I don't think that would work. I don't understand why he thinks it, and it comes out of nowhere, and it can't go anywhere. The only thing I could figure is when Yugioh wins this duel, which he has to, it's going to give Roger a personal reason to hate Yugioh and maybe wreck with the final duel between Yuya and Yugioh. That's about all I can figure, but I don't think that's necessary, and you don't need it. Just let the duels play out. Don't have any messing with. Don't extend any further with a character than you need to. But while we're on the subject, the one thing I am interested in is that Roger wants to put a mind control chip in Yuya's head. Think about this for a minute. He wants to open up the head of a small boy, okay, not small, but a 14-year-old child, and take him over and use him like a puppet. That's disturbing. That's crazy. And it looks like it's just going to get dragged out for as long as possible, as all we see of Yuya is, once again, down and out of his luck, and having sort of a plot thing happens as he does what we've already seen, that there's a psychic connection between him and Yugioh, and that's going to summon the clear wing thing. We know about this already. We know all this crap's going on. This doesn't advance or help anything. Maybe next episode we'll get a scene or two that gives us a little plot advancement, but I doubt it, and B, I really think that you could have just done it in this episode. You could have just started up the setup. What possibly could mean having to drag everything out so far till we meet Yuri again? I just think it's overly long, and I think it's overly unnecessary, and it just really was made this past couple episodes disappointing for me. But if you thought differently, tell me below. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And also, it is now time for our TCG question of the week. For those of you who haven't heard, Magician Pendulums, on their first day of release, topped a regional in California, with the main build focusing around summing out Mist Valley Apex Avian for shutting down the opponent's strategies and using Odd Eyes for beatdown. My question this week is, are you going to get the Magician Structure deck, and are you going to focus on the same strategy? There's a couple of wacky ideas with Magician Pendulums that I've been working with, and I want to know, is the desire there to mess with Magician Pendulums and try out cool things before Pepe becomes the big thing? But, again, that's up to everyone. And, again, your thoughts on this episode are fine. If you liked it, that's great. Well, you can tell me in the comments below. And, as always, click to like and click to subscribe so we can see what the new Clear Wing monster is next week.